All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Episode 62, the Always Chillin' Podcast. Skinny D and the Sandman in the barbershop once again. We talked about the most influential athlete and shit last week. Our friend 571 Bozzy on Instagram.
Okay.
He commented.
What's happening, dog?
He commented on the YouTube video. He says he argues it's Usain Bolt. And I thought that was pretty interesting because there is something to be said for that because he's like Shaq. He was in the NBA. Prime.
We did say all of sports.
Yeah, Prime. He's in the NFL. Like they kind of got famous because of the sports they played. I think a little bit. You know, you're a basketball star. You're a football star. Usain Bolt became a star and made people start caring about a sport that they maybe didn't care about before. You know, like I don't know that people paid that much attention to track events before Usain Bolt.
Not really in America. Not until the Olympics come.
So yeah, from like an influentiality, from an influence standpoint.
Okay.
I think that's an interesting argument.
We can definitely put him on the list.
Yeah, for sure.
And like I said, this is where everybody's arguments matter. Usain Bolt, definitely a tremendous athlete.
It's a good one.
I mean, dude runs 20 plus miles an hour.
Yeah.
When you take it off the time and put it in MPHs, this dude runs, I think, 25 miles an hour.
Yeah, something
crazy
crazy.
as fuck.
Faster than me, for sure.
That's a horse.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so I think
guys like Shaq, guys like a Dion, guys like a LeBron, guys like a Michael Jordan, guys that played multiple sports, music videos, albums,
Space Jam.
Space Jam.
I totally forgot about Space Jam.
I think LeBron fucked
actually.
it up, but
well, yeah, but I might want to revisit that.
Usain Bolt
I
this
completely
far
forgot
is
about
just a
Space Jam.
track runner, so he has some work to do. He's still young. He has some work to do.
I don't know about just a track.
What else
seems
does
like
he
a
do?
harsh way to. Well, it seems like a harsh way to say.
Oh
like
well,
just,
I apologize, but yeah, he just runs track.
Yeah, I completely forgot about Space Jam. That might actually.
Yeah, that's it.
Might have to revisit my argument there because.
Yeah, Space Jam. I mean, that's Michael Jordan's version.
Right, the first one. I haven't seen the second one, but
me neither.
I heard it's bad.
They didn't even want to watch it.
I heard it's really bad.
Didn't even want to watch it.
Yeah,
but yeah, Space
Jam does kind of because he has the Space Jam. He has shoes. Like the Oklahoma Sooners are sponsored by Jordan.
Mike is everywhere.
Like their jerseys don't have Nike on them; they have Jumpman on them.
Dudes in NASCAR, dudes in baseball, dudes in fucking boxing, dudes. What's motocross?
How many teams does he have ownership in? Do you know? Like he owns part of an NBA team, doesn't he?
The Hornets.
Yeah,
and
he probably has other like
minor, I know a lot.
I bet he has like minor league baseball teams and shit. Probably
it's either a minor league baseball team or I know a lot of NBA players own some of these G League teams. So I don't know if he owns the Hornets and their G League team.
Probably does.
But I'm sure he got his hands in some other shit. I'm positive. I don't know how old Usain Bolt is.
I don't know. Let's find out real quick.
Because the guy has a great personality. I've seen him in.
Let's read about him. He's 36.
36.
Which is, I don't know, for some reason that's younger than I thought. But let's see. Let's look at his Wikipedia and find out some more stuff about.
I mean, because I'll stay on track. Carl Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
You familiar with Carl Lewis?
Yeah.
Carl Lewis did it all. Carl Lewis played basketball. Carl Lewis acted. Carl Lewis sang. He kind of fucked up the national anthem, but that's another story. But he did a lot. He didn't just run track.
Okay, well here we go. I got some information about some other shit Usain Bolt's into.
All right.
And let's see what we got.
I want to know. I don't know much about the guy.
Yeah, so we'll learn a lot about him right now. I got his Wikipedia. So let's see. He's retired Jamaican sprinter, so I guess he's not
retired
anymore. I guess so.
Oh shit.
Widely considered to be the greatest sprinter of all time.
I agree.
World record holder in the 100, 200, and 4x100 meter relay. 8-time Olympic gold medalist, the only sprinter to win Olympic 100-meter and 200-meter titles at 3 consecutive Olympic Games.
Yeah, I think I watched that.
That's
last
pretty
one.
good. He also won 2 4x relay gold medals. Worldwide fame for his double sprint victory and world record times at the 2008 Olympics made him the first person to hold both records since fully automatic time became mandatory.
I think I watched that too.
Yeah. 11-time world champion, won consecutive world championship, 100, 200, and 4x-meter relay gold medals, with the exception of a 100-meter false start in 2000, whatever.
I remember that.
He is the most successful male athlete of the world championships. The first athlete to win 4 world championship titles in the 200 and is one of the most successful in the 100 with 3 titles. Hello, I can't even read all these awards. A ton of awards. World Athlete of the Year, Track and Field Athlete of the Year, BBC's Overseas Sports Personality of the Years 3 times. World Sportsman of the Year 4 times, and included in Time Magazine's 100 Most Influential People. Okay, so that's that. We'll talk about entrepreneurship. He co-founded electric scooter company Bolt Mobility in 2018. Founded the micro-mobility company, which provides electric scooters and mobility devices, such as the company's upcoming Nanobolt. So it's like he has an electric scooter company.
Is it? Okay. Doing his thing.
It's kind of... Scooter allows bag shopping and mobile phone storage. Scooters have a capability to reach up to 30 miles per hour, but are capped
Then the
at
joints
15 miles per hour.
that got that'll go like between your knees or something like.
I don't really know.
What they look like?
There's not a picture of them.
No picture.
No.
I think I've seen one of those around here.
Maybe we can look it up real quick.
Kid down on campus.
He's also a music producer. He's a
Okay.
dance hall music producer with the release of Olympe Rose Rhythm. Featured
Jamaican
5
artist?
tracks from Jamaican dance hall
I
artists.
have to check that out.
Yeah, so he produces Jamaican music.
Okay. Well, maybe that's what the second part of his career will be.
Yeah, I'm saying like he's on the way. Maybe
Maybe he's on the
Yeah,
way.
he's-
Okay. He's definitely on the
he's
list
doing it.
though.
Yeah.
As
Yeah,
far
I think that's a fair
as
one.
far as athletics, yes.
Yeah,
he's
I think
definitely
that's a
on
good
the
one.
list, Definitely on the list.
That's a
Definitely
good
on
one.
the
And
list.
if you're listening to this now and you got one, let us know,
Let us know.
and we'll let you know if we think it's good enough to be on the list.
Yeah,
So
let us
far,
know.
yes.
Well, I thought of another one.
Okay.
Even
Okay.
Spud Webb, 5'7", dunk champion in 1987, 88, I think.
Yeah.
5'7", man, and had a successful career in the NBA.
Yeah. that's
Until
pretty cool.
Spud Webb, we didn't see those guys. We didn't see the Isaiah Thomases. We didn't see the Jose Calderones. We didn't see the Kyle Lowrys.
What's his cultural impact?
His cultural impact?
Yeah, like his with Space Jam and shit. Because if Usain Bolt is just a
Well,
Track-
Spud Webb just was a
he's
basketball
just
player.
a track runner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
Spud
just a
Webb's
basketball
just a
player.
basketball player.
But the argument was that he inspired a lot of 6 foot and under guys.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'll take that one.
Yeah,
I'll
definitely.
take
He
that
had
one.
probably a broader impact than
But then most.
the typical.
Doesn't seem too important to a lot, but
Yeah, but
If
to the
you-
people it's important to, it's really important.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I'm
before
not saying
that,
it's not.
if you weren't 6'5", you probably weren't gonna make it to that level.
Mhm.
Even in college, I think back in the day,
Yeah,
a lot of little guys, a lot of little talented guys got passed over because maybe they were 5'7". So I put Spud Webb on there.
okay, yeah, fair, good one. I mean, there's not a right answer.
All these arguments matter. That's the
Yeah.
beauty in sports,
Yeah,
man.
I mean, if you're bringing them up at all, they're
a lot of
influential.
people just argue stats.
Yeah, if they weren't influential people, you wouldn't even know.
That's why we
their-
throw that in.
You wouldn't even know their names.
That's why we throw
So,
that in there.
yeah.
They had to have had somewhat of a personality on or off the
Yeah.
field, off the
Yeah.
court, off the
Yeah.
track, out of the
Mhm.
ring.
Mhm.
Had to be a personality.
Mhm. Mhm. Have you ever heard of the show Left Turn? Have you ever heard of the show Sister Wives? You ever seen that?
I've seen it.
We've been watching.
I
it.
maybe watched it for a couple minutes.
We've been watching it. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it looks
We like
crazy.
we're like let's find some trash to watch.
yeah,
Like let's
yeah,
find
yeah.
some garbage.
Some
and
little
we fire up
indulgence.
Discovery Plus and watch like Love After Lockup. We like. You ever watch Love After Lockup?
Nah, what's that?
When like it's like when it's usually dudes get out of jail and then they go move in with their like the girl they were writing in prison. You know?
Okay, the pen pal, paper wings.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'm hip.
like usually sometimes there's sometimes there's girls that get out and move in with their boy, but usually it's
Right,
it's dudes getting out and moving in with their girl. But yeah, it never goes well.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
It's
interesting. it's pretty funny. Those shows are weird because like the first seasons of those shows is always really good because it's real and they're actually filming it.
Yeah, then what next?
Yeah, and then it gets popular and they're like, oh, we got to do this again.
Yeah.
And then they try to like capture lightning in a bottle again, and you can tell it's fake now and it's not the same.
The one I'm watching is the Inmate to Roommate. You
What's
seen
that
that one?
Uh-uh.
I think it's on one of them channels where these guys are in prison for so many years and they get out and they move in with people they don't know. And this one guy, it's probably about 50-some years. I think he did 13 years, and he moves in. I think the husband's a pastor, and the wife's like a deacon or something. And yeah, man, it's a trip, man. This dude sneaks off, go get some ass and shit. And they're like, you can't do
what's
that. I think it's A&E, man. Check it out, man. I'm like, they're telling him he can't. Inmate to Roommate.
Inmate to Roommate.
Yeah,
Inmate to Roommate. We got to remember that one. We got to put that on our trash.
Shit's crazy, man. I'm like, I don't think this is fake. I think this might be a little real right here.
Yeah, Sister Wives is crazy because he's always in a fight with one of them.
How many of them?
There's 4 of them.
Oh shit, dog, that's a lot of energy, man.
Yeah. He has like,
damn.
and they have like this big piece of land, and he built a house for each one.
Okay, all right.
And then like every night he just like rotates. He just stays the night at a different house. And he's like, and it's just so weird because it's like. That started happening because like weird old men wanted to have like,
break it down, dog. Break it down.
A harem of like
you got a weird fucking fetish, bro.
16-year-old wives and shit.
You got a weird fucking fetish.
And then they grow up in this weird family unit.
You got a weird fucking fetish.
And then all the daughters think it's normal. Like the women talk about it like, oh, I knew that God wanted me to be in. They call it a plural marriage. They don't call it
see, what the fuck does that even mean?
They don't call it like polygamy. They call it plural marriage. But they sit there like, oh, I just knew that God wanted me to be a good, plural marriage wife. And then the guy's like, oh, there's just so much love. It'd be wrong of me not to spread my love to multiple women. And I'm like, what the fuck?
That sounds like pimping.
Yeah, it's weird. It's just,
I mean, it's weird. Let's call it what it is.
Well, and you're looking at it, and it's like the only reason somebody made this up.
Made it up because that's what they did.
Is because they wanted to have a bunch of young wives. Like, I don't know. It's sorry if there's any polygamy. I mean, maybe we can have you on the show.
Yeah, holla at us
for real. Like,
break it down to us.
You can explain it to us because we're not.
I need the information.
I don't know. Maybe it would help if I was religious at all, but it's like I don't know that God wants you to do that.
I don't know. I don't think he talked about that.
And it's like at least one of them's always mad at him because like he doesn't have enough time.
That's a lot of fucking personalities to deal with, man. Shit, I got baby mamas and shit. I couldn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Well, and keeping one wife happy, that's like, it should take a good amount of effort.
Yeah, man. Like, fuck yeah.
Like if I was like, okay, wife, I'm going to, you get one night a week where I'm spending time with you. Like my wife wouldn't like that. Yeah. So I mean, no wonder they're all unhappy, but it's weird because he'll be in a fight with one of them and he'll like go to the other one's house and be like, Christine's just being a real bitch. He'll go talk about his problems with
check this shit
one
out,
of his
man.
wife. But now it's like he went to one of them and he was like, "So, I don't ever want to be physical ever again. I just want to have an emotional marriage. I don't want to have sex anymore." And she was like, "Okay, well then get out and don't stay here anymore." And he went to the other wife and he's like, "Yeah, she just kicked me out. I don't even know why."
Oh man.
Yeah, so and then like all the other wives are like mad at one of them wants to divorce him and the other wives are like it's like the worst thing that could possibly happen. They're like, God doesn't want you to get divorced.
I don't think he wants you in this situation in the first place, but who am I? Am I?
So it's
I'm at to check
the dude's out. Just like and maybe it's just this dude that gives me like a bad I mean, not that I would ever be interested in a plural marriage, but maybe this dude is just an asshole. And it's like I think it's a fucked up situation mostly because of him. Maybe there's people that do manage it. I don't know.
First,
but maybe this dude just fucking sucks.
Like even like pimping, I never respected it. You know what I mean? I never would even joke and be like, I'm a pimp. You know what I mean? I'm a gangster. it's manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just call it what it is. You're a master manipulator, and some people are.
Well, see, that's what this show. It feels like the guy just wants to be in. Like he just likes knowing that he has these women like under his grasp.
Master manipulator.
Yeah, and he talks about like, oh, I just think we need to have a full patriarchy where I make all the decisions. Like the one wants to divorce him, and he's like, well, you didn't ask me if you could divorce me.
Master fucking
Yeah,
manipulator, man. Just like what was the book? 48 Laws of Power. Then there was the other one, The Art of Seduction.
Yeah.
I think I started reading The Art of Seduction first.
Yeah, well, that
and
power
some
one,
of the language in there, bro.
right?
I was
That power
like,
one, I even
what?
had a little like, I had a little issue with the language. Like he uses words like victim.
Yeah,
sometimes, and I'm like,
well, I'm like, I was
Yeah,
like,
I'm like, I don't wanna-
that ain't quite what I'm going
yeah, I don't
for.
really want to have a victim.
I don't want no victims.
He's like, you need to keep a scapegoat around.
Yeah,
I'm like, hey,
God
whoa.
damn, yeah,
What do you think I'm doing? He's like, you need to keep somebody on your side that's stupid, and you can blame them for everything that's happened. I'm like, what are you talking?
Yeah, I get it, bro. But yeah. But the Art of Seduction, that one really, I just had to quit that one in the middle of it because it was, you're prey, pounce, and
Nah,
I'm like, that's I don't want to be a manipulator.
no,
I like to be able to sell myself,
sure.
but I don't want to be a manipulator, a master manipulator, because them kind of people ain't never good, never good. And you got 4 or 5 wives, bro. I ain't.
Well, and it's like the people that are really good at like just talking themselves into a situation,
Right.
They get themselves into situations that they can't handle anymore. Like that's when you end up with like the CEO of a place or like the head leadership of a place that has no idea what's going on because they just like silver tongued their way through, and they know somebody, and then they get a job that they don't have any business having, and it's like, and then this guy silver tongues his way into having 4 wives, and he can't keep any of them happy, and he has like these 4 women that are just miserable. I mean, one of them's super into it though, but she's
There would be.
but she's like she's the youngest one. So
Okay.
so like he spends the most time with her, you know.
Okay, in Pimpin, they call that, and I was always confused by the term bottom bitch.
Oh, that's interesting.
When
Maybe
they
there
say-
is a lot of parallels between
Okay.
pimpin' and this plural marriage thing.
When I would hear the term bottom bitch, I always thought like she was like the one that wasn't making enough as the other ones. She maybe
No, that's
wasn't
the
quite
best.
as pretty as the
That's
other
the best
ones.
one.
That she's the best
Yeah,
one.
I know that because of South Park. 'Cause
Right,
Butters
right.
was
Okay,
bottom
you dig
bitch.
it. So the one you talking about that's into it,
Yeah, she's the bottom
maybe
bitch.
she's the bottom bitch. Maybe she's the groomer because there's always one in the stable.
Well, see, and it was weird because they have like 18 kids or something.
God
And-
damn.
yeah, and one of the daughters, because he has like 4 kids with each of them.
God damn.
And one of his daughters was talking to the young one that's like into the plural marriage thing about how she doesn't want to do it, and she was trying to like oh, but why? It's so awesome, you know. She was trying to like bring her back around.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's
exactly. And that to me,
Well,
that's
and then you're a dad, and like you want your daughter to live like that. Like, I mean, like I said, maybe this is just a bad one, but they're all unhappy.
well, they on TV for a reason.
Yeah, like they're all of them are unhappy.
They on TV for a reason.
We started with like the 17th season just because it's the newest one, and now we're going back to season 1. So in season 1, there's 3 of them, and he's about to marry this other one, and they're all talking about how they don't think it's a good idea, and they're unhappy, but they're not the boss, and he is. So
They're young.
He can do whatever he wants. They're young. They're younger.
Yeah, master fucking manipulator.
Yeah, I think the first wave of wives is all around the same age. They're like in this first season, they look like they're like 40, but this new one is younger than them. She's like early 30s probably.
And I got a question a woman that even allows herself to be put in that situation. Like, where is she at? in
Yeah,
her
I don't know.
life?
Well, and it's like I said, maybe.
Was she born in, or were they?
Well, yeah, most of them are like, oh shit, back to the hotel. I just hear the first second of this. Yeah, most of them talk about how like ever since they were a kid they wanted to do it.
So they've been in that shit.
Yeah.
How many generations of that shit is there?
I mean, a lot, because that's like the most old school shit I've ever heard of. Like Genghis Khan was doing that.
Yeah. That's a lot of energy, man.
Yeah, I don't know, and it's
You
just
need
like
some chapstick on your dick.
I don't know. It's
dog.
just really like don't know, like animals do that, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
you know what I mean. That's,
like you watch documentaries about like the big sea lions, and they're like, the alpha male
he
has,
hitting everything.
has the most women.
The gorilla, you know what I mean? The
Yeah, it's
lion, what does he do? You know, he comes in and he fucks everything.
It's like I don't live in the jungle.
That's
dog.
animalistic ass shit. You know what I'm
It's okay,
saying? That's what I
but-
said. That's some snake shit.
It's fine. Well, it just seems stressful, man. Like, none of them seem like they're having a good time. And like I said, maybe someone listening to this is doing it right, and they're all
Holla at us.
and they're all happy, and it's like a really good situation. I mean, for real, holler at us. 'cause
Holla at us. We got another mic for you.
That would be a pretty good show, honestly.
It would.
But this sister wives thing, they're all miserable, and it makes it look horrible.
and that's what they do. That's what I said.
But
That particular group is on
it's-
TV for a reason.
It's reality TV, but it's like I don't know how you could do it and not have these.
Do we
problems.
see anybody doing the right thing on TV anymore?
No, not really.
Yeah,
But
so
I just
there's
don't like.
that.
I think about that situation, and I'm like, I don't know how you could do it successfully. Like, I don't know how you would be able to successfully navigate that. Like, I don't. How do you have enough time to? Because he basically has like these 4 families,
4 kids. Oh, each.
and I mean all the kids have like going to band and soccer practice and yada, and they all have school, and they have like
The grocery. Oh,
Like, yeah, like
what does
the-
he do? He
the
selling
girls are-
dope? What
well,
the fuck?
well, now they're just on TV, so they just
okay,
have
okay,
cash.
okay.
They started out in like a townhome that was like just all one building.
Okay, my question, and I don't think I've ever looked into it. But is it legal in America? I mean, or do they have
no,
their own
she's only-
ceremonies?
No, he's only actually married to one of them, the first one, and then
Okay.
the other ones they're just married
They just.
in the eyes of. I mean, I
Alright,
don't want to do
alright,
quotes on that in
alright,
the eyes of God.
all right.
But
'Cause
they're
I always wondered, is that even illegal in America?
no, it's not legal. But so they just like he's actually married to one of them, and then they just agree.
Got his other little hoes.
Yeah, the other one's agree.
Yeah, that's
to do
pimping,
it.
dog.
Oh, did we shut that music off? Can we hear that?
Yeah, it's down.
Okay. Shit, I was like, fuck, did we just do 45 minutes of this? And we have music playing in the background. But yeah, I don't know. So, like I said, if by some weird chance we do have, and if the guy on Sister Wives listens to the show, we'll have you
Holla at us,
on
player.
too, man.
Holla at us. I did have an incident while we
Honestly.
talking about this shit. I just remembered. I got a homie. May he rest in peace. He passed away, so I can tell this story. It's funny. I had another homeboy. I won't say their names, but me and Jenna were cutting hair in the other location on South Street, right? One of my homies comes in and he's looking a little distraught. So I'm like, all right, bro, you know, I'll chop it up with you, you know what I mean? So we chop it up, and he kind of like abruptly just leaves. So my other homeboy comes by. And he's a 6'9", 6'10" native cat, right? He's like, man, you seen such and such? I was like, yeah, man, he was here earlier, man. He just left and shit. Why? What's going on, man? Everything all right? He's like, yeah, man, this motherfucker been fucking one of my hoes. So I'm like, oh, okay. And he's busting nuts up in her. I'm like, ah, shit. You know, I'm like, okay,
He
what
was
the
mad
fuck?
about that.
Yeah, he was mad about that. That ain't even in his story though, dog.
He wasn't mad about the fucking. He was. Just
He
mad
wasn't. He was busting nuts up in her.
Okay.
That's what he was mad about. So I'm like, what? No, it's my homie, so I know he into some way out shit anyway. I know
No, he's a pimp. His hoes. He's a pimp.
he's the pimp.
Okay.
So I'm thinking. That's what I was thinking.
So he's upset that one of his hoes is going to get taken out of rotation if she gets pregnant.
because she gets pregnant.
Okay.
So I think it was the next day he walks into the shop, dog, with these scallywags, man. Looked like he pulled them from the fucking
Scallywags.
country of fucking upstate Oregon or some fucking shit, man. No shoes on, dirty feet and shit, titties hanging out, no bras, long stringy
Hill
hair and
people.
shit. Yeah, straight up. And they come into to the shop, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck is going on, man?
He was getting
So-
him haircuts or what?
Nah, that's what we thinking.
Like, what the fuck?
So I'm like, oh, Janet, you about to be busy. You know what I mean? So they all stand there in the middle of the fucking shop, dog. So I'm like, yo, y'all can have a seat. So they just look at me. So I'm like, y'all, go ahead and have a seat. So my homeboy was like, y'all can sit down. So now I'm like, man, what the fuck, man? What the fuck is going on? So they go sit down. And Janet's looking at me like, Janet, I'm like, just let's see what's gonna happen first. Don't say nothing, all right? So he breaks it down to us. He's I know I say it wrong.
Polygamy.
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 Is there another one?
Well, there's polyamorous is when you have like an open relationship, I think.
Okay, he was with the polygamy.
But polygamy is when like it's one dude with a bunch of wives.
Yeah, he was a polygamist.
I think.
He had became a polygamist and bought these bitches into the shop.
Or maybe is there like I guess polygamy maybe could be one lady with a bunch of husbands. I've just never heard of that.
I never seen that. Never seen that one.
See, and that's weird too. Like, how come it's
why? Yeah,
why should women be okay with it, but not? It wouldn't be okay for guys to do it. Like
why
guys,
can't she do it?
Like you asked a polygamous guy if he would do that, and he's like, fuck no, I would never share my wife.
Yeah, that's
probably
that's you losing the pride.
Seems like
there.
a double standard to me, man.
I think so. Why can't she do it?
Yeah, seems hypocritical, and maybe she can, and we just need to be educated.
Are there some out there? Holla at us.
Let's see. You know what? Let's
female.
Let's
what is his title? What is he? He's the husband, or is he? What is he?
Well, he
the
went
king.
on this. He went on this big thing about how I'm the head of household. He kept saying the head of household. Blah,
okay,
blah, blah. But let's just do it. Let's just dive into polygamy and just see what
let's check
just
see what it is out.
Okay, so polygamy just means when a man is married to more than one woman at the same time. Sociologists call this polygyny. So polygamy is just having multiple spouses. When it's a guy with multiple wives, it's called polygyny. I don't know how to say it. Polygyny is my best guess.
I ain't never heard that one.
Polygyny. When a woman is married to more than one husband at a time, it's called polyandry.
Polyandering?
Polyandry.
Never heard that one.
Polyandry, yeah. Let's see.
So what the fuck is a harem?
A harem's like an old like kings would have a harem of like that's just a bunch of women that they fuck
that they're choosing.
Yeah,
more that they're choosing than having them around all the time.
Yeah, well, I think they do have them around all the time.
All the time.
They just have them all in a big room or something, and like they just walk in like you, Sco. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
in a smoking jacket. Come here.
Oh, okay. So polygamy. I'm just gonna say polygamy because I don't know how to say if this is polygyny or whatever. So I'm just gonna say polygamy. But when a man has more than one wife at the same time, that's by far the most common form. Could have told you that probably.
Yeah.
Muslim majority countries and some countries with sizable Muslim minorities accept polygamy to varying extents.
So they call it polygamy too.
Or they polygyny, the one where it's guys.
Polygyny.
Yeah. To varying extents, both legally and culturally. In several countries such as India, the law...
that was my... Where do they do this?
Oh, okay. In several countries such as India, the law only recognizes polygamous marriages for Muslim populations. So if you live in India, it's only legal if you're a Muslim. If you're not a Muslim, it's not legal. But I want to read about polygamy in the United States.
This shit is wild.
All right, so polygamy is illegal in all 50 states. There we go. Polygamy in Utah remains a controversial issue that has been subject to legislative battles throughout the years. Man, this shit makes it hard to read. Utah is the only state where it's an infraction rather than a crime. So in every other state, it's a crime to be married to more than one person.
What the fuck is up with Utah?
It's
Why they special?
Because that's where a lot of Mormons are.
Yeah.
And polygamy is like a Mormon thing. Not all Mormons, obviously, but like there are some like populations of the Mormon community where polygamy. That's what I want to read about. Is like
I grew up with a Mormon family. There were 18 of them, 20 of them, including the parents, and they all moved.
I'm just
to
gonna
Utah.
Go. Okay.
The Huntings.
Current state of polygamy in the Church of Latter-day Saints. Let's see. Orangey's good, dude. Orangey's good too. All right, let's see.
That's just too much energy, man.
Yeah, it really is.
God damn.
Yeah, so they call it plural marriage. That's why they keep calling
Plural
it plural
marriage.
marriage.
Change the language.
Polygamy is like what it's legally called. Okay, history of polygamy. How this should start. Okay, so the Church of Latter-day Saints, that's the Mormon church. They began to practice polygamy in secret under the leadership of Prophet Joseph Smith.
So we going back.
Yeah, so the guy who like started the church, I mean, this is in 1851.
I don't say mid 1800s.
Yeah.
Which was probably fucking just kidnapping.
I mean, yeah.
It was probably just plain kidnapping. They going through the plains and pure savagery, just going through people's camps and villages, taking what they wanted.
Yeah, so I'd have to do some
The
actual research.
they were
on
some
this probably,
they were
'cause
some pretty violent people.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here, but this Joseph Smith started a church, and he was like, "Oh, hey, God wants me to marry a lot of women." You know, it's I don't know, man.
We need I got Joseph Smith. Yeah, I got to look up his journey. Where?
Yeah. Oh, they also believe that there's polygamy in the afterlife.
What?
In the case of the widower becoming sealed in eternal marriage to a second wife after the death of the first wife. Oh, so I guess I feel like what this is saying to me is like their argument is like, well, when you get married in the eyes of God, you're married forever.
Okay.
So if I get married and in the eyes of God, this is my wife, and then she dies, she's going to be waiting for me in heaven. But while I'm still alive, I get married again, and then I'm also married to this lady in the eyes of God. So when I get to heaven, I'll have 2 wives up there. So they're like, so why can't I have more than one wife right now? Well, he's like, let's just cut to the chase. And I could just have a bunch right now, and it's not a big deal.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, the logic kind of makes sense. That's not the worst argument of it. Like if you're looking at it from a place where like heaven is real, and
I mean, it makes
and there are going to be 2 wives waiting
sense.
for you up there. Like, what's the difference?
Well, the Egyptian people thought they could be buried with their belongings, that they would be there in the afterlife. So
yeah, well, they thought they would need money. Like they were going to have to pay they were going to have to pay.
It was more material.
They were going to have to like pay the boat guy. Like they buried them with all their gold just so that they could pay the ferry to cross the river and all that shit. Yeah. I think they did have their cats and stuff buried with them too.
Yeah.
Like the Pharaoh's cat dies, the cat's like,
you gotta go. You gotta go.
Cat's like, there
I
goes,
got 8 left, dog.
there goes my brain. So I mean, I can't really argue with the logic there.
Shit,
that makes sense. It doesn't it's not for me.
Not for me.
Not a lifestyle I would participate
in.
in, but that argument does make sense from like a religious standpoint.
I don't argue to cancel out an argument.
That makes sense.
I feel like all arguments matter. Everybody has a bit of information.
I do still feel like the actual purpose was for him to have a bunch of wives.
Get your freak on.
Yeah.
I
do feel like that is still the case.
Get your freak on.
But the justification that he came up with is, I think it's pretty good. It's pretty good. He's like, what if I have 4 wives and they all die? Then I'm gonna have 4 wives in heaven anyways, so I might as well. Just
but in the meantime, I'm gonna go get 4 more.
He's like, I might as well just marry them all right now.
Fuck it.
I might as well find all the wives that I would have and then just marry them all.
Damn.
Sure, man.
So is he allowed to step outside the marriages?
No, they got really weird about it too. The new one, does
he get a hall pass?
Well, he gets to date, because
A hall, yeah.
because he gets to find new ones.
Yeah,
But
that's pimping.
But I think they have to all. Well,
They got to be in the shit.
Well, he says they all agree, but it's probably
So he
like
ain't-
they agree with him because there's he thinks they have to anyway. It's a patriarchy and he's the boss, so he makes all the decisions. But he says they come to an agreement. They make all their decisions together, but they don't because if they don't want to do what he wants to do, they throw a fucking fit.
Okay.
Or he throws a fucking fit.
So he ain't going out to the bar.
No, because that's what I was getting at. It was weird because this new young one, they got when he proposed to her, she said yes, and then they kissed, and the other 3 wives were fucking pissed.
Right there.
No, not in front of them.
Oh, okay.
But they were pissed because you're not supposed to kiss until you're married. So they all felt like that was really disrespectful. And that was today. Me and my wife were sitting there watching it, and I was like, what's the fucking difference if they kiss today or 2 weeks from now?
So are they all are they all ever together at one time?
I don't know. I kind of wonder
'Cause
that.
there's going something gonna happen, man.
I don't know.
We talking about women here.
I don't know because they're so prude too. Like they don't cuss. Like they don't cuss. They don't like talk about sex. Like, and they all live in separate houses. If they were like all in the same bedroom or something, if they had like an Alaskan king bed that they all slept in together, then I would be like pretty sure that that is the case. But they're all separated into different houses, and they're all like super.
18 motherfucking kids.
They're all like super
a piece, and you can't talk about no fucking or nothing.
No. Well, he just goes to one of like when he goes to your house, it's because it's your turn to get fucked.
And I'm out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like when he stays the night at your house, it's because it's your turn.
I'm out.
And then the next day he goes to the other one. And the next day, well, in this first season, one of his wives is pregnant, and he's like, they find out it's a girl, and he's like, "Oh, I'm glad it's a girl because I know that my wife wants a boy. So if it's a girl, then I know that she's gonna keep trying and she's gonna want to get pregnant again." And this is like her 5th kid, and she's like excited about it. She's like, "Oh, I'm so happy to be pregnant and give him another child, and I can't wait to get pregnant again and give him another child." Like
at one point, the snapback ain't gonna snap back again, dog. You gotta leave it alone for a little while. Now you gotta let her heal, man. Shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. These women are like. They're about it. At least for a
damn.
while. Like in the first season, this one you can already tell that they're kind of like he sits with all 4 of them on the couch, right? And he'll have like his arm around one and his hands on one of their shoulders. He's like, so like, but the one
touch everything.
but the one that's pregnant and it's the one that's divorcing him and stuff now. He's like, he doesn't touch her. So like he has his arm around one and he's touching one shoulder, and then he has his hand on one of their legs, and then the other one is just sitting like. He's not touching her at all. So there's trouble in paradise already in season 1.
That just
Yeah,
I don't know,
shit's
man.
Weird, man. I
don't know. Definitely not for me.
No, not at all.
I would definitely love to meet this guy though.
Yeah.
I got some questions.
Yeah.
How does that even?
Or if you're in the lifestyle, man, and you're doing it right, like we
Let
said,
us
you
know.
guys are all happy and it's
Let us
working
know.
out.
If you upset with the show, let us know.
Yeah,
man.
for real. Like I can only talk about what I see. And so that's the only example of it I've seen. And I know that it's reality TV and it's like fake and inflated and stuff, but like I just don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. You remember Tom Green?
I do.
Yeah, he's a polygamist.
Is he?
That's what this Wikipedia article says. Polygamist Tom Green was initially damn dude, I can't fucking read. Initially a member of the mainstream LDS church, but was excommunicated when he adopted the practice of plural marriage.
I know he got sick.
He resided in a makeshift trailer park in southern Utah with his large family
he was in the shit.
who lived off welfare and a small income provided by selling magazine subscriptions. This dude was in movies. And his family is on welfare and living off of
fucking TV.
His family is on welfare and living on selling magazine subscriptions.
I think even at one point he was married to Drew Barrymore, dog. I don't know if that was real or not, but I think they were married.
Those of Tom Green's wives who were not legally married to him would often file for welfare as single mothers to receive money.
Oh, he was boots on the ground on that shit.
Yeah, the Green family came into the spotlight in 1999 when he told Dateline NBC that he had multiple wives during the making of a documentary. Green and his large family had begun to broadcast their lifestyle in the years prior. They appeared on talk shows, including The Jerry Springer Show, and in other documentaries explaining their unique situation.
Springer.
All of this media exposure sparked interest in the county attorney general began an investigation. In April 2000, Tom Green was charged with bigamy, criminal non-support, and child rape. I don't know what that's about, but that got like way worse all of a sudden on me.
Bigamy.
Yeah, I don't know what bigamy is.
I've heard it before, but I don't quite know what it is.
The main offense against Tom Green was his marriage to Linda Coons, who was 13 when the couple got married. After examining birth certificates, prosecutors discovered that Tom and Linda had conceived a child when she was only 13 years old. I did not know any of this about Tom Green.
Well, like I said, I know he had cancer like some years back, and he kind of just fell out of the limelight, and maybe that's what he fell into.
In 2002, Tom Green was sentenced to 5 years to life in prison.
What? That's where he's at now?
Tom Green is often credited with bringing the underground practice of polygamy back into the legal spotlight. Man, we were about to be done with the show, but now we got to...
Holy fucking shit.
I got to Google what bigamy is, actually, and then I got to Google what's happening with Tom Green. I didn't know any of this.
Holy fuck. Well, I know he's Canadian, but this happened in America.
Yeah, and I mean, what kind of sentence is that? 5 to life?
5 to life.
I mean, I feel like if you conceived a child with a 13-year-old, then life is probably good. But 5 to life, it's
In Utah?
that's just weird. He was in...
Because it depends on what state he got sentenced in and what that 5 to life actually means.
Yeah, southern Utah.
Yeah, okay. Well, 5 to life means
So now what's...
you'll do no less than 5. After 5 years, we'll maybe consider you for parole.
So bigamy is the act of going... It sounds a lot worse than it is. It sounds really bad. When you say somebody's a bigot.
Yeah.
Well, isn't bigot like when you're...
Okay, you feeling me.
When you're racist or shit? Okay, so a bigot is a person who is substantially or unreasonably attached to a belief, opinion, or fact. So that's what I think it is. I guess bigamy has nothing to do with bigot, I guess.
2 different words, huh?
2 completely
we
different
learn.
things.
We learn
But
together.
it makes bigamy sound a lot worse.
Yeah.
Like women's suffrage, that sounds pretty bad. Like, but it's not. It's like the right
So
to-
read bigot
the right to
again?
vote. I already... It's like someone
you
who's
already
someone
are.
who's way too committed to a certain belief. So, like,
So it doesn't even necessarily mean racist or prejudice.
no, but you can be a bigot because of how much you believe in your racist
Your
beliefs.
KKK shit.
Yeah. So, like, if you're racist, you probably are a bigot because you believe way too much in your racist beliefs. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't be racist. You know. So it fits.
It fits.
But bigamy is the act of going through a marriage ceremony while you're already married. That's all that is.
Duh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's all
yeah,
that is.
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
bigamy.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Of
now
course, we wouldn't know that. Yeah, well, that's just some shit we wouldn't know.
So now I need to find out what's going on with Tom Green. He was married to Drew Barrymore in 2001 to 2002, which is while he was going to jail for getting a 13-year-old pregnant and shit. So did Drew Barrymore know about all this?
She kind of out there too.
Okay, let's see. He must be out of jail because he's doing...
Well, that's what that 5 to life means.
This can't be the...
We talking about, yeah.
This can't be the same... They're not even... It's not even on his Wikipedia. What? Okay. This is...
Well, if we see him pop up again behind the camera or in front of the camera again, we know. We know exactly what happened.
Oh.
Different Tom Green?
It's a different Tom.
Okay.
It's Thomas Arthur Green, who was an American Mormon fundamentalist in Utah who was a practitioner of plural marriage. He died February 28th, 2021. Different Tom Green.
Okay. I was about to say, damn, I was a fan. I was a fan.
How did I not?
I used to be a fan.
Well, the first Wikipedia article just said Tom Green, and
damn.
and
you
it
better
said
go by Thomas.
and it said that Tom Green is why it became like mainstream, and I was like, well, that makes sense because Tom Green is famous. And it started talking about his family being on welfare and shit and selling
I'm like,
magazine subscriptions. I was like, what?
No fucking way, man. This dude's been in movies. Like,
I was like, he was married to Drew Barrymore while he was committing child rape on a 13-year-old.
Yeah, I need to talk to
like,
Drew.
No,
I need to talk to you.
no. You were like, oh, she is kind of weird.
I mean that. Yeah. She still fly though. Well, that's like the rapper Jim Jones. You know what I mean? If you know the story of Jim Jones,
That's what he looked like. Is this Tom Green?
Yeah. Okay. You look like a weird fucker.
Yeah. Okay. So that clears that. I'm glad we Googled that because we were about to.
I was about to say.
We were about to spread some misinformation about my man Tom Green.
Hey man.
Okay, so that makes sense. Well, this one's dead now. He died in 2021.
Rest in piss.
Yeah, I was about to say R.I. not P, R not IP, but okay. So we got that cleared up, and now the episode's over. That got fucking weird. If you have a more culturally influential athlete type person for us,
Let us know. We're trying to fill this list.
If you're a successful polygamist that's really nailing it and it's working and it's firing on all cylinders, we want to talk to you too.
Got another mic for you.
Yeah, and we'll probably want you to be on the show. So
Pimps too. If you out there pimping and you're doing it the right way, all that.
yeah, I guess. I mean, would anybody want to be on the show and be recorded and be like, I'm a pimp?
There's some motherfuckers out there, Doc. We just gonna throw a hook out there and see who bite.
We'll put on some Drew Down. We'll listen to Pimp of the Year.
Of the Year.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know if we need to have a pimp.
I know so.
It's all I'm saying. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm just like, are they gonna want to get on camera and talk about being a pimp? Probably not. It seems like talk into this mic, into this recording device.
Blur his face out.
I mean, we could blur your face out and distort your voice and shit. we could put you over there like in the dark.
Yeah, I started pimping in '79.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we could do that.
We got you.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Whatever weird stuff you got. Maybe you can be on the show about it. I don't know. All right. Have a good week. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. We need to do that. His mom told us
to tell your friend.
Yeah, his mom told us we need to do that more, and she's right. We do need to do that more. So like and subscribe. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on TikTok. Videos are on YouTube and on Spotify. I don't know if last week's ever made it to YouTube or not. Honestly,
yeah, I watched it. Yeah, it was on.
It was on there. Yeah, when I was trying to upload it, it just stayed at 9%, and it's never.
Yeah, that fisheye view.
Yeah, it's cool, right?
It was
Yeah,
pretty dope.
Okay. Yeah, we're doing that now.
Looks official.
Yeah.
Getting more and more official in this motherfucker.
Well, and it's like. It's kind of like the opposite because I'm doing stuff that makes it like take less and less time.
I can dig it.
Because now editing only takes me like 20 minutes and
I can dig
super easy. It used to take like hours, but okay. So yeah, check us out on all our socials. Like and subscribe. Thanks for listening. Tell your friends. We'll see you next week.